Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of the League of Exceptionally Ordinary Gentlemen podcast is unofficially sponsored by Haunted Magic Mart. If you don't know what that is, shame on you. Anyway, welcome back. I'm your host, Eli, with
the Slash Master, Oakley Fugit.
And today we have the GOAT with us. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Brewer.
Yeah, I'm the GOAT. You know it. And I show it. And if you I don't shut up, I throw up, and you go around the corner and lick it up.
We have no plans for any topic for this video. We're just going to come here and just talk because Adam is just inexperienced.
Hey, if my life was a movie, no one would believe it. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
He's really cool. He does his own music, and that's how we first met him, was through his band Globsters.
Yeah, I've been playing music since I was 16.
How did you
35 now.
How did you get started with Globsters?
When I was a kid, I had a band called Spring Break Shark Attack, and my band broke up, and then I still wanted to play music, and so I got a hold of a PSP and put my own tracks on it and just did it karaoke style, plug into the biggest amps I could find and get naked. And I never got naked. I would get down in my underwear, but, just take my clothes off, cut myself, fireworks. One time I played a show in a mud hole in the back of a pickup truck. I've unknowingly played for white supremacists, and they stabbed someone. People have been stabbed while I've played music. It's just, I've just got into some shit, I guess.
I guess I kind of got a little bit of ahead of myself. We didn't really get Adam to introduce himself.
Yeah, my name's Adam Brewer, a.k.a. Adam Hussein, a.k.a. Johnny Neurotin, a.k.a. Paul Mall 420. I got a lot of names and aliases. I'm a chameleon like Charles Manson. I take on many forms. I'm a person who's lived many lives, and I'm just me. I'm just my undescribable, undividable, undeniable self.
Hell yeah.
I am the beast I worship.
Right on. That's pretty accurate given what we described you like last night on stream. I'm like, he's just an experience to behold in and of himself, and really, really fucking fun to hang out with. Absolutely.
All we do is watch wrestling, horror movies, and smoke cigarettes. Play guitars, Cadillacs, hillbilly music.
Hell
We
yeah.
listen to Susie Sue, and we listen to George Strait, and George Jones, and Joy Division. Yeah.
Do you want to take over for a little bit? I feel like I'm talking a little too much.
Oh, yeah? All right. I kind of like touch on, I think it was like our second episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the time, I lived very, very far away from the Boone Motor Building. Grew up in a very, very small holler with like 20 people. And so like, my very first experience with like an outside culture that I could physically interact with was like the Appalachian punk scene. And I was like, oh man, this is awesome. I want to go to these shows. And they're like, my rides are like, well, we can't pick you up at like 10 o'clock. We'd be like 2 in the morning before we get you back. And so I wasn't able to. I was like, I think finally at 2014. Actually, I like to celebrate getting my very first DSLR and getting into photography. I got to attend my very first Globster show.
What year was that?
2014.
Okay. I remember when we used to play up there a lot, and you used to come up and film, and we all just had a whooping good time. We used to bring in bands there. When I used to bring in bands there, that I would meet on tour and stuff. One time we brought Sete. Was you at the Sete Star Sept show when they played? The band from Tokyo?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We brought those guys there. There was a band, Trauma Harness, at that show, too. They were from St. Louis, and we used to bring bands from all over. We've had bands that play in Whitesburg from Brazil and Israel and all over the place. I've had one time I had a show here. I've had bands from Japan play here, Mexico, Never had any Canadians. Always had bad luck with the scheduling whenever a Canadian band would want to play, but I have nothing against Canada.
So how would one go about scheduling other bands from other places in an area?
Well, what helped me, because I grew up a lot of the same way you did in isolated East Kentucky, is time I made it out, and I finally got to play with other bands that were like me and meet other people like me. You would just keep in touch and say, oh, if you like the band you seen or got to be good friends with them, you'd bring them in whenever they toured. And it's just like a big network of people that just want to not work all the time, and that's how you just get into a circuit. It's really what it's about. And there's all kinds of circuits you can get on, but you just gotta get out there, and it's like kind of like Wayne's World. If you book them, they will come.
Hell yeah.
And I used to get so many people wanting to play that I couldn't keep up with it all, because I just have a little house. Whenever we would bring in the bigger bands, I'd try to use the youth board building and stuff for that.
I'm kind of like Oakley in the same way. Like you were the biggest, well, the first and the biggest exposure to like that underground culture in Whitesburg.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing the film about you for the first time. I'm like, man, I want to meet this guy. And it was like, what, 2 or 3 days later, my first time actually being around you. You were coming out of Summit City. You just got done playing, or you were wearing like a dress and a hat and everything. And we went in Summit, and Oakley was like, hey, that was Adam. I'm like, no fucking what? God damn it.
I'm a chameleon. You never know. You never know what you'll see me wearing.
Yeah, and I don't know if I've told you the story about, like, I remember the first time I met you at Camp Brown. I saw that movie, and then like I saw in person, I'm like, oh my god, and it's like we were meeting a rock star, and I was like so nervous to talk to you, and then we ended up walking up the street, and Ben told me to go up and show you like a pocket knife, and we like talk pocket knives and stuff.
That's how you reach me right there. We talk about knives,
and we just like the most casual conversation stuff. And it's especially like if anyone knew me in 2011, I was like super shy and nervous, and it was just like so easy going stuff. And I was like, oh my god, this was amazing.
Yeah, well, how you gonna make punk grow if you don't bring in the kids?
Yeah.
It's a big brother, little brother thing. I just want to let the tribe increase.
Absolutely. I would love to see a big increase in like that punk culture coming from the environment where you're like, it's got to be like this and like this and like this, and then the punk culture is just like, fuck that.
Yeah, and when that happens, they won't even call it punk anymore.
Yeah.
They have to call us. People have to start calling their bands shitty instead of calling them punk as a substitute, because that's not true. People give punk a bad name, like the Hard Times website. They just make a joke out of it. I live a hardcore life. Fuck the Hard Times. You know what? Booking shows in your house is a thankless fucking job. And I'm just giving you people a fucking place to drink and all this. And then you're going to talk about me this way. Go fuck yourself.
I've had some people tell me the best shows that they've ever been to was in somebody's house or in somebody's backyard.
That's where the energy's at.
Yeah.
The energy, where the real rock and roll energy that's never died since 1954 is still here, but it's not going to be in a fucking bar. It's where the fucking kids are at. Because that's just where the energy goes. There's all these vortexes of energy. There was vortexes of energy in fucking Whitesburg. Then it went to fucking Harlan County. That's where they rocking now. Big shout out to Lips, my favorite band from Kentucky.
And seconding that shout out, though, those guys are awesome. Definitely go catch them.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone should listen to Lips.
Who all is in Lips? I know their
Lips is a guy named Brad, Dusty, and Trayton. But I sit in the back with him when we go out. So I was like, "Hey, Trey."
Yeah, I listened to him a few times, and the few times that I've listened to him, I've really liked him, but I've not really got that familiar with it because daily life
Well,
sucks.
you better get with it because it's the best thing going, brother.
I got him for like the opening scene in my upcoming film Invisible Scars, and then as fate would have it, the very week of the screening was that March I think 13th. And that's when I got the pandemic hit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'd made this poster. I'd come see this world premiere at this like pizza place, and had like all these bands listed. And I guess I accidentally edited it to where it sounded like all these guys would be playing. Which I mean, heck, that would have been amazing. But yeah, Train's like, hey, are we playing at your premiere? And I was like, are you guys? Like.
I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, you put me on that one too.
Yeah.
You're the only person I would give full custody to all my music. Because you're going to use it right.
Mm. That's another thing I can't wait for is for like COVID and everything to fuck off so we can have the shows and all that stuff back again.
Yeah. But we'll probably be living with COVID for a very long time, which is sad. It's like Merle Haggard said, the good times really are over for good.
Yeah, it's in for a while. Like it's something like for a while. It's like really impactful. Like well, of course, like doing photos and stuff. And then I'm just like, and now I'm just like at the part where like anytime like I go get tested before everything, which at this point just been like super excessive.
Yeah. You've had the where they shove the thing in your nose?
Oh yeah, way too many times.
Oh God.
No joke, because like it's actually my medical file that I have like super sensitive eyes and nose. And so like the third or fourth time, I immediately just like gripped the top bar like in the car. Yeah. And the nurse come up and she's like, "Oh, sweetie, it ain't that bad." And I'm no, it's like, no, I'm just doing this because the last time, like out of reflex, without meaning to, I almost punched the last nurse in the face.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm doing this for your safety, please.
Mm-hmm. Well, you had to tell her.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I'm up to having it done, but with my immune system being the way my immune system is, there's a chance that I'm going to be asymptomatic.
Oh.
So, like, for everybody's benefit, like, I would go be tested just to be sure. But even though you've had it done, like, I don't know, however many times I've had it done, you still, that initial gut reaction is to either punch the person that's doing it, or it's like your brain is split halfway down the middle with, like, trying to grab it out of your nose with the other half of your brain being like, don't you fucking do it. There's something in your nose.
I just stick my head back and say, take me, honey.
But moving over to cult horror movies. You were like the cult horror movie guru.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people they've probably seen more than me. Mm-hmm. But I watch a lot of Tubi. I'll say that. I used to leave Tubi on, and there was this really good YouTube I was watching for a while, for a minute. And I love Tubi and YouTube because it gives me access to all these movies I can't afford on VHS or Blu-ray or DVD or whatever. But I watch a lot of them, and I just love the atmosphere.
Hell yeah.
FEAR, atmosphere.
Atmosphere.
Yeah. And, I love trauma movies. I grew up watching USA Up All Night when I was a kid. I got to stay up all night and watch all these shitty movies. And it don't have to be a horror movie. I just like shitty-ass 80s movies in general. I like those fucking Vice Academy movies with Linnea Quigley in them. Those are good. I love, like, Porky's and Meatballs and all those teenage sex comedies. And I love anything that's, like, borderline porno. It's, like, not specifically a porno. There's this one I watched. It's on Tubi called The Flesh, and it's got this guy and this woman, and they have sex in a doghouse. and she gives the guy permanent priapism, which means permanent boner.
Oh wow.
It's a pretty good movie. It's got a good soundtrack. It's got Wilson Phillips, Kate Bush. It's got this really cool remix of the I Dream of Jeannie song. It's a pretty sexy movie.
Your latest movie, you featured quite a bit of like older horror movies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But,
I can tell you every movie I used.
I don't know.
Used Phenomena, City of the Living Dead, Screaming Skull. What's the movie with the girl in it where she's dead and she plays organ in the church? What is that one? You know what I'm talking about? Herc Hervey. The guy named Herc Hervey that made it. Carnival of Souls. That's the name. I used stuff from that. And the original House on Haunted Hill. Oh, and Giant Gila Monster.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Also,
yeah.
my movie is banned in North Korea, Cuba. Where else was it? I got a notification from YouTube. It's because I used Choices by George Jones. That copyright's banned in those countries. So watch it while you can before they take it down.
Wow, I'm honestly shocked they got struck over a song and not Evil Messiah.
Yeah, I know.
But what is the premise of Evil Messiah?
Well, one night I was just hanging out and got bored and just screamed Messiah into the void on Instagram, and I just went Messiah, and then I did it the next night, and then the next night, and then I'd start saying something as Evil Messiah, and then it turned into me breaking the fourth wall and saying a stupid joke and turning the lights off, and then turning into Evil Messiah. And then I got a better phone, and then I got into learning how to edit and put titles on the screen and do voiceovers with that iMovie, and I just made like 30 seconds every day. And just whatever I did the next day determined what I did the day after. And then it just reached a point where I was just like, okay, I can kind of end this now and move on. And it's just a big love letter.
Were you going to say something?
I was going to say in about 10 minutes we'll switch SD cards on this one.
Okay.
Just sit. About cohort, like I used to have like a huge bunch of I had like a huge DVD collection that's since scattered into the wind. So I got all the Chucky dolls, including the Glenn doll, which apparently is like the valuable one. And I have this 6-foot statue of Jason like in my bedroom at my mom's.
Oh yeah.
Mom's boyfriend just kind of just puts like a cowboy hat on it, just decorate it for a while. He would put it like in front of my window, so when people drive up, it would look like someone's like staring at the window at them.
That's great.
Mm-hmm. It's just like it's actually like horrors, like obviously I make like a bunch of blood baths, but it's what got me into it because it's like the way of creating, and it's like the first way people could really express themselves, because like in the world of like horror films, like some stuff, there's like a lot of logic that wouldn't be true to real life. You can kind of create your own world.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we all want to do. We all want to create a world we can live in. And my world is evil.
Evil Messiah.
And photo negative.
Adam was actually in another movie of ours. He was in Hamartia. And that was great because he ad-libbed literally everything.
Yeah. I was like, you're definitely the highlight of the whole movie, and it's like
the name in that movie is Bill, ain't it?
I think I ended up naming you Ricky Bob.
Yeah, Ricky Bob. Yeah, I'm Ricky Bob.
Yeah, I was Bill.
Yeah, you're Bill the killer.
And it's actually a funny story. Like I because like I usually unless I forget, like I let people pick their own names, and I forget what Whitney picked her character's name as, but you actually ended up naming her.
What was the name?
Jesse something.
You called her Jessie, and so I was like,
Oh, yeah.
well, I was like, it's in the movie, so I mean, it kind of gets the character name gets overwritten.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like a wild time, and I just had like such a blast because like, man, like that whole week, I definitely was not my best, like filmmaking wise, like sanity wise.
Yeah.
And like like I said last time, like on my way to go film, my family member actually ended up shooting another family member, so it's pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
Art reflecting life. The art of life. This is culture.
What was that quote that Adam said that day? Something about him being a hot piece of bologna or something like that.
Oh no!
I
I say all kinds of stuff like that. I love bologna.
I believe like you said you got tired of people calling you a hot piece of meat. You're a piece of bologna.
He was like, I'm a hot piece of bologna.
Maybe. I don't know if I said that. I'd say all kinds of stuff. I'll say anything to make people laugh.
That day was full. That day in particular was full of laughs.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Did you wasn't that like in a shot? Didn't like ruin a shot like Bigfoot style? When we were filming like a murder scene when Destiny got shot.
Yeah, I think you were like in the background like one of the shows.
Yeah. I'm like the guy in Twin Peaks. You don't know if I'm in the room.
Man, that's something I've not heard mentioned in a while. Twin Peaks.
Yeah, there was a big people got into it for a while, but then all things die out. Interesting things died out, but you still got the diehards. I mean, I watched that show when it come on freaking TV.
Mm-hmm.
Just you and I. I love that song.
Let's see. My brain just like shut down. I was like, I've got something I want to say.
It's my angelic melodies.
Yeah.
I'm just watching that, making sure the time.
Yeah.
But actually, once it go, if you want, if you can set this thing up, we can have a wide angle. I mean, it's a 40mm lens. I mean, that's not too wide, but it's wide enough, wide-ish.
Wide-ish. That'll be all right.
We talk about the G.G. Allen autograph straight from jail.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
I bought this in Texas. This guy was selling all of his shit, and this says to Joey G.G. Allen with his prison number. But I paid like $25 for that.
Oh man, that's like all right.
Kids, if you don't know who G.G. Allen is, go look him up right now.
Yeah, but don't try to be like him.
No.
Do something different.
Yeah.
Do something you've never seen before. It's the best advice I could give a young person that wants to be creative. Do something you've never seen before.
There's something about like that era of punk like live performances where it's like, is this person a musician or is just like a genuine crazy guy who happens to also play music?
Oh yeah.
Well, you've got videos or like pictures of people the first time you've introduced them to G.G. Allen.
Yeah.
And they are they're great.
I used to set my camcorder up and just be like, hey, I want to get your reaction to this video, and I would just play it with like no context or warning. And that's like how I was introduced, like my boss, like AMI, was like, hey guys, if you want to watch another documentary after work, just stick around. He just played the documentary and walked out of the room.
Was it hated?
Yeah.
But yeah, the advice, make something that you've never seen before. I enjoy that advice.
I'll tell you another thing too. Another nugget of wisdom is you should, when you're performing, you should make yourself appear to be 10 times larger than you actually are, and appear larger in life to even the person in the back.
Also, really
somebody's got to do it. Who's going to fill their shoes? I hope some kid hears this and is like, "Damn, I can do that." I can be stupid too.
Well, yeah, you were because of the impact that you've had. That's why we wanted to have you be a guest. Because we're like, I don't think anybody personifies punk and just that freedom of everything that Adam does.
Well, I only want freedom for myself because I wish it for others. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to get at. Oh, I'm open to all forms of expression, and you shouldn't feel bad. You shouldn't feel bad about something that makes you happy. If it actually just makes you happy, what's it hurt? You should just you're only young once, and you should just do it. Don't sing about it. Do it.
There you go.
It's rock and roll, and the message is do it.
Do it.
Do it.
My brain's going in between the Shia LaBeouf, do it, and then the one Palpatine thing where it's like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
Yeah. Palpatine Kermit.
Kermit, we've got a funny story about Kermit. We mentioned him in one of the earlier episodes with the people that made Bong of the Living Dead. Mm-hmm. Their YouTube, they uploaded a Sad Kermit video around the same time you uploaded your Sad Kermit video, and then we met them years later at Horror Hound.
Because
I ain't never been to that. I'd like to go to that.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. The whole Sad Kermit thing was it was like this video about Kermit singing 9 Inch Nails' "Hurt," and I found out there was a full album, and this was way back in the MySpace days, and you couldn't find the full album. Mm-hmm. And so I went I spent hours tracking down each individual track, and it seemed like each track was on a different site, and I put them all together and made an unofficial album and just put that on YouTube, which it still gets a lot of views to this day.
Mm-hmm. I've introduced a few people to Sad Kermit.
Why he's so sad? He's married to Miss Piggy. She's hot. I mean, don't you want a girl that just says your name like Kermit? I'd like to be called Adam Brewer. That's what all them women call me. There's Adam Brewer.
Adam Brewer. Oh, shit.
Actually, they don't say that about me. They say that about Evil Messiah.
Oh, yeah. Are there any plans for, you doing anything else with Evil Messiah, or...
I want to make part 2, and I want to make a Western, and I want to make a sitcom, and I want to keep on making records. I want to make them. I'm working on a country record called "Fuck You" in the whole goddamn state of Kentucky. I'm making another hardcore record called Appalachia AD, and then I have one I've been working on for years, and I just can't. I keep coming back to it, but I just can't I got all the music, but I just can't get the words out because the music's so me. It's just hard to make it match. But I have a record that I've been wanting to make for years called Destroy Appalachia. But it's a matter of technology, really, and my access to technology. I don't really have that much.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you need us to help with
that's
anything,
where you guys come in.
Yeah. We got you.
You all understand technology.
I literally there's so many projects and stuff I can end up doing, video and stuff. How'd they get you that? They showed up and asked.
Yeah.
I think I am gonna go ahead and switch memory cards in this recorder, so I'll just let you take the reins from here.
All right. And that's just, because whenever I made my real old horror films, I could, there wasn't no one my age, in the holler, and you don't want to ask a bunch of 30-year-olds when you're 12 to be in your movies.
Yeah.
And So I actually ended up like being in my dogs. A lot of my dogs are in my horror films, and for a while that was like very controversial, you know. And I mean, I don't know if the footage still existed, but like one of my dogs is like supposed death scenes. Like I had like a tube like right side of it, and you know like when I touched with like the prop knife, I could just hit that and, like blood spurting. I mean it looks pretty real.
Yeah.
And for a while that got me a lot of controversy and
well, when you're working in the field, it can be hard just to express an idea.
Mm-hmm. But like honestly, it's like real wild, you know. So it's like every dog I ever loved is like immortalized in one of my movies, and like that was like the first time people were like, I don't know if I want to watch this, and I never really got that for any of my other movies again until I don't know if you've seen. I had this movie called Fallen Souls.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah. Coincidentally, the one death I get flack for. So you restart?
Yeah, I was gonna wait till you finish.
Okay. Sorry, but yeah, like the one death I get flack for is you know, like the one with the girl who's like pregnant and gets like stabbed multiple times, and it wasn't even my idea. It was actually hers. Like she, you know, because like she was in my other movie, and I was like, okay, you know, she's having a baby. I don't want to bother her, you know. And then she messaged me and it's like, hey, can I die in your newest movie? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, all right, I got a cool idea, but we got to film it before and after, you know, the baby comes. I'm like, okay. And she's like, I want to get my baby cut out of me. And I was like, oh wow, that's way more brutal than any death I've ever thought of. Let's go do it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's like that's crazy. That's awful. That's fucked up. I like it.
Yeah.
Let's go with it.
I mean, and you know, anyone can make like, you know, because it's not often that like, someone like wants to do a death scene that even I'm just like, wow, you know, like that's more.
I'm just picturing that conversation. Hey, just cut my baby out of me.
It's I don't know. I don't want to name drop. But one of my actors.
Did they do that on Roseanne?
Did they?
Because Roseanne always had like good Halloween episodes.
Oh yeah, they
did a thing one time where the girl had like her eyeball hanging out and shit. I tell you, an episode of a sitcom scared the fuck out of me is a Halloween episode of Home Improvement. Talk about a chiller. Good Lord.
I believe I know the one you're talking about. Maybe.
Yeah, with the Bob's in the fucking winter with her fucking vampire teeth. That's so scary.
Yeah, I've never found the name of this of this cartoon, and it's something I've even got on like internet forums and I've like tried to find. But when I was a kid, I watched this movie about, and like all I can remember is it ended with like this little baby dinosaur in an egg, saying like, "When can I come out? When can I come out? Please let me out. I want to see the world." And like you just hear this voice that I guess is like God, and it's just like, it's not your time. It never will be. And then it just cuts like the egg like being fossilized in a museum.
Sounds like something you'd see on the Christian channel.
But like that's all I can realize. I never knew. I tell people about it, and they're just like, I've never seen that. I don't know what you were watching.
That's got the levels of dark, like the ending of the show Dinosaurs.
Oh yeah.
That ends with the Ice Age and they all die.
Oh, that show, yeah. Baby Sinclair.
Ugh.
I'm the baby.
That's what he would say.
Lord. There's some surprising, like, really, really dark moments in kids' shows.
Oh yeah.
Well, you shouldn't play down the kids.
Mm-mm.
You should tell kids the truth.
Mm-mm.
They deserve it.
I forget the guy's name, but he made like a lot of Land Before Time or stuff stuff similar. But he was like, you can show a kid anything as long as it ends with a happy ending. You know.
Yeah.
Don Bluth.
Let's say, give me the Ralph Bashki cartoons. Is that how you say his name? You know what I'm talking about? The guy that made American Pop and like Fire and Ice and shit.
I think so. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are my kind of cartoons. And the anime.
Oh, you like anime?
Oh yeah.
I like violent fucking anime from the 80s.
Nice.
Like Angel Cop and Demon City Shinjuku and Fist of the North Star and MD Geist.
And there's like a lot of night I would spend like watching like Cowboy Bebop, Rurouni Kenshin stuff on Toonami, and they would play it really late in the night, and I'd have like school, but I would just I would stay up as late as I can.
You ever watch Yu Yu Hakusho?
Oh yeah, it's.
I like that one. Chanda watches that one.
Yeah, like that. Actually, like one of the people I still remember is like that one demon who's like mastered like 99 moves. With the real red long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that guy. That guy's my favorite. What's his name? Oh God. Yeah, we're the worst. We're the worst anime fans. I'll tell you a movie I can quote verbatim is Toxic Avenger.
Ooh.
I can talk about that movie all day. If it wasn't for that movie, I'd be a completely different person.
Old Toxic Avenger.
Yeah. They used to come on USA. They used to show it. They would have a trauma marathon sometimes on USA on a Saturday. And it would be like the best shit. I like Nukem High as well. That's another good one. And I like Nukem High Part 2. That one's just, if you like Neon, that's what to watch. And I like another good trauma movie is Mother's Day with the two mean-ass brothers in it. I like those guys. And I like Redneck Zombies. You ever seen Redneck Zombies?
I want to say yes, but
you can watch it on like YouTube and Tubi and shit. All hail Tubi, the greatest streaming service that ever lived.
Right.
Too bad they got bought out by Fox.
Oh.
I still want to get on Tubi though. I want Evil Messiah to get put on Tubi.
Yeah, I love. I mean, there's something about like, 80s movies in particular, like especially like it's like one of my favorite like Stephen King tropes is like you have those bullies that get like stood up to one time and then they're like I'm going to go on a murderous rampage.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like immediately like they're like this person actually fought back and made me look like an idiot for a change. So now I'm going to murder them. Like it's just like there's like no like
I'm the dude from The Stand. People tell me that. People tell me AC/DC prophesized me. I don't know if that's true, but I do like AC/DC.
Oh yeah. That what you just said. That Sonic video.
You mean Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah, we gotta show him that after this.
Oh, I love Sonic.
It's like a fan-made video, and the guy that's playing, is it Eggman?
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah. Without spoiling too much, it's basically like a group of people just like improv like all the cutscenes, but only like one person actually played the games. And there's some highlights, like actually the guy who plays Eggman didn't know what happened, but actually predicted one of the plot lines, which is like the island blowing up.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Now y'all get out of my face! I'm gonna go blow up this island." And then it's like later, he's like you could just hear him kind of snickering when he realized the island actually is gonna blow up.
Yeah,
I want to see the cut of the new Sonic movie with Jim Carrey in it, where Sonic has the human teeth.
Oh yeah,
I want to see that.
Is there a cut of that?
Well,
I don't know if the fans bullied them out of making it or not.
I think they stopped like a real part way into production because like it ended up taking like a whole year, and then it actually got bankrupt the animation studio to fix it.
Oh God.
Sometimes stuff should just exist as itself.
Mm.
You should leave it alone. I mean, they remake these movies all the time, but it's like, why? What a waste of time and money.
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, that's it's kind of like movies like going on like the whole like Stephen King like murder spooky stuff. It's like I just love making movies like where if everyone dies in the end, I mean. And I know it sounds more, but I mean that's just like for me, it's like the biggest honors, like doing death scenes. Like I love doing like all the blood effect stuff. Like like if anyone ever needed me to die in their movie, I'd show I'd show up just to die. And but bonus points if it's not even a horror movie, if it's just like a romantic sitcom, and I just show up and just like and just get shot for no reason. That's why you can never trust me to make like any like Invisible Scars is a drama and there's like a lot of murder in it. Mm-hmm. But I mean like even like a Disney movie, like I would do it like all the way up to like the last 10 minutes and then everyone just gets massacred at the end. That's
yeah, there's a lot of people. It's like, hey, can I die in your movie? Which is, well, okay. I mean, if you want to.
Well, I swear, like I'm probably on some watch list just because like for my Facebook message. Like, actually, the same person from Fallen Souls is like four in the move, like 4 in the morning. And I get up. I've been up for a bit, so it'd probably be like 6 when she messaged me, and she was like, and she just wrote, "I'm going to hang myself," and I was like, "What?"
Well, that ain't no good.
Yeah, and I was like, "Are you serious?" Yeah, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "In your movie, I want to hang myself," and I was like,
"Oh,
okay. Why couldn't you just start?" Like I was like, "Wait, what?" Like,
I'm shocked with some of the stuff that we've said like to each other about our movies that we're not on a watch list. Now watch somebody be watching this particular episode and be like, "All right, boys, we got him."
I don't want nobody watching me.
Adam's innocent.
I don't want nobody watching me. I'm just a dumb hillbilly.
Adam Brewer did nothing wrong.
I literally sit in this chair all goddamn day. I don't move. I do not. I'll go to the dollar store, and then I'm right back here. I might get up and make me some hamburger helper or something, but that's it.
I think it's just like a part of, growing up here is like you get some like really morbid senses of humor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're surrounded by poverty and violence and drug use. Of course, it's going to seep into you. Yeah. It's in the water. That's why they have bold water advisories.
Yeah, that's
we got meth in the water down here in Kentucky.
That's what turned me a degenerate my first day at AMI when I accidentally drank water from Dairy Queen. Like 10 minutes later, it was a boiled water advisory. It was all downhill from there.
So that's what's wrong with Whitesburg.
I mean, water is life. And there's some places around here. If you with the runoff, if you stick your hand in the creek or whatever, your hand will tingle. If this river behind my house, if you jump in this river behind my house, you will turn into a toxic Avenger. You come out of there, a superhuman size and strength.
Oh yeah, there's some places like. You'll see people, particularly around Whitesburg, and I didn't think anything of it growing up, but after we started AMI and all that stuff, and you start to see the documentaries about how bad the water is, you see people out there fishing in it and they're wading in it, and I'm like, you could offer to pay off all my debt, all my student loans and everything, and I still probably wouldn't do that.
Okay. This is probably a mean story to tell. There's actually like an exchange program with like some college students that were like from like another state, and we had to do like an experimental video, and so we're down there by the river.
Was that us?
No, this was a
different one.
Yeah, this is like 3 years ago.
Okay.
But anyways, they want to do like something, yeah, because like I played the song that mentioned water, and they're like, oh, can we want to do a water piece, and they're like, is it okay to get in the water? And I was like. And I thought about it being now, but at the same time, I was just like really tired and didn't want to go into like the history of like how bad the water is here. And I was like, yeah, sure.
Oh God!
And so there's like video of them like wading in the water, playing around, messing. And if you notice, you can notice from my camera angle, I'm sitting on the bank. I'm not getting in that water.
Yeah.
And so, and I felt kind of bad for it, but then I felt like off like the next day. Like my boss, like when we was home, my boss like, why in the world y'all go in that water? That place is toxic. And they immediately just looked at me and was like, oops.
Sorry.
Yeah,
about
just,
that.
that's me being mean. I mean, to be fair, they're like, is it safe to get in the water? Hey, yeah, I mean, you might end up with like an extra digit on your hand or foot, but it's safe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's like Fallout. As soon as you touch it, you get rad damage.
I wouldn't mind jumping in the river and coming out with 2 wieners. That'd be pretty cool. Well, there's an idea for a movie.
I mean, given some of the ideas that we have, sure, why not? There was one that we had in college. I'm gonna talk about my friend Matt here for a second. We had this idea in college. He called it the human graboid.
Okay.
And it was like anytime there was blood out anywhere, his dick turned into like a graboid.
Yeah.
And I can't remember much about it, but he said the final scene was the band Death Clock.
Yeah.
Starts playing their song Blood Ocean, and just like a trombone shot in of the main character. And he's like, oh no. And then like everybody like dies or something. I don't know.
I'll tell you a new movie you should watch is Uncle Peckerhead. You ever heard of that? You can watch it on Tubi. It's on there now. It used to just be on Amazon, but it's like a new movie. It's like a fake punk band movie. Now, like they kind of say some corny shit in it for the story's sake, but it's pretty good. I highly recommend that movie. It's fucking hilarious.
I'm sold on the name alone.
Yeah, that's what sold me on it too.
Uncle Peckerhead.
Usually all the movies I watched are called like Your Vice is a Locked Room and Only I Have the Key, or Lizard in a Woman's Skin. You know.
Brian and I keep joking about making these really wild, like we've always been wanting to do this like Mark Watsberg emo album.
Yeah.
With like super specific song titles. Like when you listen to it, you're like, they wrote this for a reason. And like one was like, hey, I finally found that hoodie. I found that hoodie you gave me about a year ago. It was under my bed this entire time. Deep down, I actually knew it was there the entire time, but never really cared enough about you to actually check.
Yeah, I'll get my guitar out and I'll play you some emo.
Absolutely.
You like emo?
We do. You need me to hold your microphone?
No. But you know, like emo to me is different. Emo's different for everybody, depending on how old you are. When I was a kid, emo meant raiding your papa's closet and screaming about God knows what. And like, I've got a lot of like emo records. Oh yeah, and too. Yeah. Well, even before that, I like the stuff before that. I like it when they like made their own album covers out of tinfoil and shit. Mm-hmm. And they're for X. You ever heard of X Frail X?
I think so.
From Philadelphia. They had a pamphlet in their record about the importance of community, which that's what's gonna save us. You know, but here you go. Here's you some emo. And then you get progressively louder. Yeah, that's how that goes. Let me play you a country song. I can really play that.
Sure.
Okay, here you go. This is a Smith Maytag commercial. We sell a Maytag washer in the summer when it's hot. We sell a Maytag washer in the winter when it's not. When the balmy spring comes, in the chilly fall, we sell a Maytag washer or we don't sell one at all. Now what I want you to do when that coal miner comes home, I want you to take that hard hole off his head and warp him over the head with it and sit him on down to Smith Maytag and tell him to get a brand new washer and dryer. And here's a story about a poor woman that failed to do. One poor woman loved until she broke her back. The old washboard. One poor woman loved until she broke her back. One poor woman loved until she broke her back. And now she's dead and gone. She should have had a Maytag. She should have had a Maytag. She should have had a Maytag. Now she can't wash at all. And that's the Smith Maytag commercial, sung by the singing miner George Davis.
Hell yes. I like that.
Yeah, they used to be on the radio.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Well, while we're talking about that music thing, I mentioned this very briefly about our local water park that I share the last name with the owners. Like if a few gets burnt down, and I just made like a a mock memorial with like aerial footage, and it was like a very bad kazoo cover, My Heart Go On. And then you made a memorial that was like just like this.
Oh yeah, I can sing that one. You want me to sing it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is about the Fuquett's water park burning down.
Yeah.
It says you can't watch a fucking movie in this one-horse town. Can't snort a fucking pill since the roller rink shut down. Can't go to Cosmic Bowling cause the place done croaked. Can't snort a fucking pill in a place shaped like a boat cause hazards burning, it's as good as it gets. Hazards burning, I won't even piss on it. Hazards burning, where will your family go? Fire got Fuquett's, play got the black gold. Hey!
I've been dying to hear that again.
Oh yeah.
Let me sing you another new one.
Sure.
Commies for cash, begging for money. You can see them and donate to their Patreon every day. Commies for cash, can't find a real job. I hope a coal truck runs over you today.
On my other phone, I got the audio of the hazards burning.
I can't remember what the context was the other day, but it was something to do with Hazard. I just get on YouTube, I pull up Destroy Hazard, Destroy Walmart, and just play it on full blast at work, and everybody's like, "What is that noise?" I'm like, "That's Globsters." "What's Globsters?" And I'm like, "Get out right now."
You should just send them some YouTube links. It's all there. I don't hide nothing. My records are sold out. I have some copies of the LP left, but the COVID thing's kind of put the record business back. The pressing plants, I think, it cost a lot to make them now, I think.
And I found one of yours at Roundabout one day a few years ago, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah."
That it was the Rock and Roll Misery.
Yeah, that one they made like five. Oh, how many was it? They made like 1,000 of that record. And like the first record I made, I only had enough money to make 600 of them. And I don't have a copy of my first one, which I wish I did, but I lived it, so it don't matter.
I got I think it's like 2018 whenever we were at the Apple Shop Christmas ball, you gave me a record and I still got it.
Oh yeah,
I got it put up still to this day.
You know what happened at that? There was these hippie dudes there, and this hippie dude says to me, he says, because I had a dress on because I'm partying, he says, "Hey, I just realized you have a dick." Then everybody gasped, and then when they gasped, I said, "What's the matter with you people? Social justice, attack!"
Like, I don't get that. Like, why would you try to? Yeah, man.
I don't care about nobody's wang dang.
Yeah.
Except my own. It's my special purpose. Like the jerk. This is my possibilities. Hey, and with me, the possibilities are endless.
And like, you wearing a dress, like how the fuck do you like?
I just
meet Adam and like
my wang dang to be free.
Yeah. I was like, hell, the first time I met you, you were wearing a dress.
I just like a nice cooling sensation. My wang dang gets hot, man.
Yeah.
Like, I have this idea for a business, mobile bird cooling stations that are housed inside of an 18-wheeler. And what you do is you walk into the trailer. There's a little section blocked off for you to take off your pants and your underwear, and you store them in a locker. And then you walk into the cooling chamber, and there's air conditioners that are coming up out of the ground, water jets shot at your privates, and you have the option at the end when you're done cooling your bird off, a gold bond option. An only medicated gold bond, not regular S gold bond, only medicated. Think we can make some money with that?
Sure.
Set up outside the new. We'll set it up outside that new aluminum plant they got.
Yeah.
Bet it gets hot making them aluminum.
Oh, yeah. Are they building something else in Whitesburg too? Like right there in that big vacant lot?
I don't know. Are they?
I think so. There's a bunch of construction equipment or something there.
Huh. I know they're turning the pizza place into a Mexican restaurant.
Oh yeah, they got like 3 Mexican restaurants in Whitesburg now. We could set up there. Like, hey, you get done building stuff all day.
Come on in.
Come on into the bird cooling station.
That's what it feels like.
Oh shit. Oh man, I can't.
Yeah, the idea just feels too good, don't it?
Yeah. I don't think anything we could invent would ever top that.
I don't know. People, you know about Michael Jackson and his patents and Eddie Van Halen's patents?
I don't.
Michael Jackson had a thing patented for him whenever he did Smooth Criminal. These like hooks in his shoes and a thing in the stage to where he could, do that move. And then Eddie Van Halen had a patent for a thing you put on the back of a guitar, like a hinge, so you can like hold your guitar up. I can't tap. I wish I could play like Eddie Van Halen, but I can't. And by the way, if you don't like Van Halen, you don't know how to fucking party. That's just all there is to it.
I mean, I knew Michael Jackson had the hook thing, but I didn't know he patented it.
Yeah, he had a patent for it. And
then I've seen the little hinge thing, but I didn't know that was an Eddie Van Halen thing.
Yeah, he patented. He patented a lot of his guitar ideas. Like he's got the thing that they sell, the D tuner you put on the guitar, and you can instantly tune your guitar to drop D.
Oh wow!
You can do all that stuff. I don't really play in drop D. I play in standard because I like pop music.
I just recently got a 5-string bass, and I'm trying to learn it.
But you can go real low on that. I got a new one that they gave to me the other day, and it's pretty good. I like playing the bass. The bass is the boner of the band. That's why it's so essential. That's why the Ramones are so good.
A good segue into that. Speaking of boners and music, did you hear what Nurgle from Behemoth said about rock music?
What?
He said rock music comes from your dick.
Yeah, the guy on Freaks and Geeks said that too. He said rock and roll music doesn't come from your heart; it comes from your crotch. I think James Franco said that on Freaks and Geeks too.
I can't remember where I was at when I saw that, but yeah, it just popped up on a notification on my phone, and I read it, and I cackled. And I was somewhere in public. Everybody was turning around like, "What's his problem?" I'm like, oh, if you only knew. Rock music comes from your dick.
Yeah, I like. You ever listen to Discharge?
Yes.
Discharge says we play noise, not music.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good advice.
Absolutely. There's a documentary on YouTube right now called "Slave to the Grind."
Oh yeah, that movie's awesome with all the but it talks about anal cunt a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good movie. I like that.
Old anal cunt.
I like, if you want to talk about grind bands, my favorite grind record is Scum. Not Scum, but it's Napalm Death Peel Sessions.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the best recorded grindcore of all time. But you ever heard of a Gothicles?
Mm-hmm.
They put out like 1 million fucking records. Cripple Bastards. That's more, they call that mincecore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what that means. But there's like 1 million Cripple Bastards records. You ever heard of the Gary Gee Gee? You ever heard of that band?
I don't know, not that one.
They're pretty good. It means shitting and vomiting and at the same time in Japanese.
Oh.
You ever heard of a band called World from Japan?
Mm-hmm.
I like them. There's no guitars, only mics and drums.
There's this one thrash band I like. That's they played the main song for like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
Oh yeah, Jackal.
They're Les Rocket.
Yeah, Les Rocket. Yeah.
And they actually got a live video, and it's like them in Japan of all places.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, I love shit from Japan. I love you ever listen to Visual K from Japan? That kind of music. It's really similar. Like they look a lot like Poison, but like they attack the crowd with knives and machine guns and chainsaws.
Oh wow.
You ever heard of X Japan? They're like Japan's biggest rock band. Yeah, that band rules.
I actually bought a black metal album from Japan at Roundabout. It's a Hakuja Legacy, and the bass in it is awesome. That was one thing that they.
Is it a newer black metal band?
I don't think it was, because it was I can't. It was back in, I want to say 2018. I got that album. I'll send you a link to it.
I'll listen to it.
The bass in it, Ben was like, "Hey man, usually you don't think of like black metal featuring the bass as like the bigger, like kind of melodic thing or part of your song, but the very first track, I was like, whoa, now that bass though, is awesome.
It's all about that bass, as they say. As they say in retail.
Yeah, it goes for like any, you've seen all the. Like all the fan edits, like Injustice for All, and it's like all of the Injustice for Jason, and they and they actually put the bass in, and you're like, wow, that actually sounds really cool.
I like Jason Newsted because he played in Voivod. I like Voivod. That band's great. Killing Technology, Dimension Hatros, that shit rules. What about King Diamond and Merciful Fate? You ever listen to that?
I've listened to King Diamond.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen videos of him from 2019?
I've not seen any recent videos, but I know he still plays.
Yeah, he still hits them notes and everything.
Yeah.
It's wild. Like I think it was he was like playing Nightmare Live. And I was like, is he just like doing like is he just like syncing to the studio version? Then he hits like one of the notes slightly different. It's like, no, it's still live. Like it, he's still that good.
Where were we at when you were telling me about that? I think we were in Fayette Mall. Yeah, we were in Fayette Mall in FYE, and they had this the Kenner reaction figure. They had one of King
Merciful
Diamond.
Fate reaction figure. Yeah, I'd kill a motherfucker for that.
I was like, hey man, look, it's King Diamond. He was like, man, he could still hit those notes. And then I went home and looked it up. I said, God damn, he's still got it.
Yeah, man. What about let's see, what about Celtic Frost?
I love Celtic Frost.
Yeah, Celtic Frost is a big Evil Messiah influence. But the band before Celtic Frost, Hellhammer, they had a song called Messiah, and that kind of was a big one for me.
I think I've got a Celtic Frost record somewhere, maybe.
Do you got Cold Lake? You know the glam metal Celtic Frost record? I love that one.
Yeah,
You know who drew their album covers? H.R. Geiger, the guy that did Alien.
Ooh, that's real awesome.
They're from the same place.
Hell yeah. Oh man, H.R. Geiger. I love H.R. Geiger.
Oh yeah, I got a little alien doll up there.
I've got that same one.
Yeah, those are good. You could play with your King Diamond doll with that.
My ex got me one of the pop vinyls of the Xenomorph that's still chilling at the apartment.
Right on. Oh,
We should play with them. I should bring it to your house and we can make them fight.
Make some stop motion.
Yeah, we'll make a stop motion alien movie. Make it, and I'll eat a bunch of pizza and it pop out of my stomach. I got the shirt. I got a shirt that's got the guy coming out of the shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I love those little guys.
Oh yeah.
I could only dream about making a horror movie like half as influential as Alien.
Yeah. We were actually talking to somebody in their stream the other day about our favorite horror movies, and we threw out like Alien and The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, and oh man, such good movies.
You ever seen Assault on Precinct 13 by John Carpenter?
Mm-hmm.
I like that movie. And Escape from New York.
We were gonna talk to him at one point. It was like the first summer.
Yeah, like he got back to us after like all our final projects were done and we were getting ready to head home.
Yeah.
Where was you at?
Like it was like when we was doing the Appalachian Media Institute summer program.
Oh.
And we contacted him right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And he got back to us like the day before the screening. And it's like, oh.
But he's cool.
Yeah.
He's totally cool. A little getting your roots in Kentucky filmmaking.
Yeah.
I've never been out west.
It's been a long time. A long time for me.
The furthest west I've ever been is St. Louis. Furthest north I've ever been is probably New York City or Delaware. Furthest south I've ever been is Miami.
I think for me, the furthest north I've ever been is Pennsylvania.
Oh.
And that was when I lived there for 8 months.
Yeah, I've been. I'm not sure which one's further New York or DC.
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah, I guess it'd be.
Yeah, I think it's like an hour and a half away from D.C. New York is.
I guess technically it'd be Detroit because I was right by the Canadian border.
Oh yeah.
I like to go to upstate New York because it reminds me of Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a lot of trees and mountains.
And I think my favorite picture I've ever got in New York is that me literally like the only person like in Times Square because I was there like 3 a.m. After a very comedic adventure that should be mentioned on another podcast because I've got like a whole 10-minute story about how I was like trapped in an elevator for 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
I got locked in a mall one time. Yeah, in Louisville, I got locked in a mall.
How did that come about?
I would stay in the mall too long. Stayed outside Victoria's Secret way too long.
I one person as I got real mad because like I took like a sarcastic picture of me like in front of Victoria's Secret and sent it to like everyone from like Dimitri's Demise like, hey guys, because like they lived in Lexington at the time. And I was like, hey guys, want to come with me and mosh at Victoria's Secret?
Hey, I tell you what, you ain't lived till you snorted a pill off the counter at Rue 21.
Oh man.
Yeah, go to Rue 21 where the guys come out looking like douchebags and all the girls come out looking like Taylor Swift.
I will say this. I'm actually really disappointed in Rue 21 because it was like at one point in time they had some pretty decent looking stuff and now it's just like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah. Everybody comes out looking like Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Put their hands in their pockets and their fake Jordans.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever been in a Route 21.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah.
I think you got it like that Forever 21 mixed up.
Come out looking like a meme.
Yeah.
I was actually telling Brian,
about Brandon, yeah.
Yeah, Brandon would just go like into Forever 21, just like flop down on the floor and act like he's having a seizure.
Yeah. You know, I used to work at Slime World.
Oh, cool.
It's next to Route 21, and the reason I call it Slime World, I mean, it was Goodies, and then it was Gordman's where I used to work, and whenever we came back after COVID, I had my jobs, unboxing the truck and putting the truck out and all that stuff. So I go to work and I start opening up boxes, opening up merchandise. And every damn box I opened on this pallet was just slime toys. Toys with slime. Sea life slime. Slimy mermaids. Slime in a foot. Just slime. And it's just like, we reopened for slime. You know?
And there was like no reason they got it, just because.
Yeah. And then before COVID hit, I got a truck at work, and there was a sign. First box I opened was a sign, and it said "Gather," like a sign that like Karens hang up.
Oh yeah.
But it just said "Gather," and it's like, yeah, people's doing a lot of that right now, ain't they? Clueless. That's why all these businesses is going under.
Yeah, for real.
We was talking about Route 21, then that same shopping center, JCPenney, just shut down.
Yeah,
all that shit.
JCPenney's though is like lasted there forever.
Mm-hmm. That's where you got one of your album covers taken out, right?
No, the first album cover for my first record, I went to Kmart. I told them I was taking a picture for my mom's birthday.
Yeah.
Then when I made the first album cover, there were 3 different covers. There was like a picture with the picture like blowed up. Then there was like an emo one with like the picture glued to it, and then there was one that was like my head on a pug's body, which is funny. I like that one.
Yeah. God, I miss Kmart.
Yeah, I miss Kmart Blue Light Special on panties.
Miss Haunted Magic Mart.
Yeah, well, a haunting can begin or stop at any time, and evil never dies.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said, if you all don't know what Haunted Magic Mart is, shame on you.
It's just a big fan letter to Magic Mart and the feelings that Magic Mart evokes within me. It's like whenever Magic Mart was open, it was just like you'd walk in there and it was straight up like stepping back into the 90s. I think the only fucking song I ever heard in Magic Mart was Hold Me Now by the Thompson Twins. It's like, that is Magic Mart music. And when I was a little kid, I used to go to Magic Mart, and they had 2 pictures hanging up when you walked in. One was a guy getting his head cut off in a guillotine. It was a picture of a public execution. The other picture was a little boy behind bars. And when I would go in Magic Mart, I would see this picture, and it would scare the fuck out of me because I thought I was going to jail.
That's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, I know. And another thing about Magic Mart too, it's kind of shitty, kind of racist, but they're on their phone. They would have like codes on the phone, like the PA phone that would go through the store. And it was like code red, fire, code blue, medical emergency. But they had a thing that said code yellow, gypsies.
Ooh.
Yeah. I got a picture of it. I'm a Magic Mart archaeologist. I have a bag for Magic Mart. It's the coolest logo in retail history.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like, I used to go there and buy all my fucking G.I. Joes there. All my fucking He-Man dolls come from there. Fucking wrestling dolls. All that bullshit come from Magic Mart. It's where my fucking Wrangler jean jacket come from. Unlike Tyler Childers, whose Wrangler jean jacket was probably bought for him by a stylist. But my Wrangler jean jacket came from Magic Mart. Because I'm a real hillbilly.
I do. I miss it because I fucking hate Walmart.
Yeah, fuck it. Oh no, my mom goes to Walmart and buys me horror dolls. She bought me the other day. She brought me back a Candyman and a Hannibal Lecter, and she brought me a big bobblehead of Michael Myers and a little Freddy Krueger man to go with all my other little Freddy Kruegers. She got me a Kiss doll. She got me that Napoleon Dynamite for Christmas. I've got I just like toys.
Mm-hmm. I actually, at one point in time, I bought a Evil Dead 2 Ash.
Yeah.
That was gonna live in the background of my stream, and the way my setup was, it was up away from everything where you couldn't see it. So I ended up giving it to one of my friends for Christmas. Like, here you go. You gotta find a good place in your collection. So.
A NECA doll.
Yep.
Those are like the most fragile action figures.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
I've never had one out of the box.
I've got a NECA Leatherface that was signed by Gunnar Hansen.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
well, that rules.
Yeah, it's still in the box and everything, and it's like still there at my mom's place. Just
oh my
hanging
god!
Out.
You ever see the Bovie Badiacs Leatherface?
Mm-hmm.
You know McFarlane? Todd McFarlane, like he had the toys.
Uh-huh.
He was the first one to make a Leatherface doll like that. And there was a rumor when I was a kid. I never could confirm it, but like that they used real cat blood in the blood on the doll.
That seems very oddly specific. Okay, guys, we just need to use cat blood. Dude, we could just get ink. I know what I said.
Y'all ever read Toy Fair magazine?
Mm-hmm.
Remember that old zine all about toys?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used to buy the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I miss Toy Fair. I miss the comics that are in it. The comics were fucking great.
Yeah, the comics of with the Mego dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit ruled. That was like the only reason to buy it, because you would look at the price guide and watch the little comic book in it.
Mm-hmm. They would take like action figures and make like clay eyes all goofy like.
Yeah.
And they did one of like Star Wars.
It was the same people that made Wizard magazine.
Mm-hmm.
That was when being a nerd meant something before it became a joke like The Big Bang Theory. Hey, I got an idea for a movie. We're going to make a movie called The Big Fang Theory. And it's about Dracula slowly killing the cast of The Big Bang Theory. And Dracula is going to appear as a black mist, and is going to be inhaled by Neil deGrasse Tyson. Well, Neil deGrasse Tyson will be suffocated by Dracula. Think that'd be a cool movie?
Can we please make this movie?
I got to get Neil deGrasse Tyson on it.
I'm sold.
I'm sold. It's just usually like some of our friends come to us with movie ideas, and it doesn't take long.
What about Game of Loans? You ever told you about that show?
Uh-uh.
There's this show called Game of Loans, and it's like knights, but in East Kentucky, and they joust, and when they win the tournament purse, they have to go to People's Bank and say, "I'm here to collect the tournament purse." Would y'all watch that show?
I would. I'm sold. I would fund that show.
I mean, you can find us some horses around here,
Yeah.
some suits of armor.
I can make armor. So, we've got that.
We should start LARPing.
God, yeah.
But I want to do like cyberpunk LARPing. I don't want to do like knights and shit. I want to wear like a trench coat and sunglasses.
We're actually like, it's still in pre-production. We're making a killer Furby movie.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
And like, we were talking about it last night. Mari, and I'll send this to her later. Mari has made Oakley movie history because nobody goes into their first role in an Oakley movie as a killer. Mm-hmm. Not even me. And
that's a title you have to earn.
Yeah, and Mari is the first one.
Yeah. I mean, it's something too. Like I don't want to spoil, but it's like everyone's gonna laugh at it. And then like when you learn the sentient Furby's backstory, it's gonna be like really really tragic. The Furby's more of the anti-hero of the movie.
Yeah.
Sounds like should be distributed by Full Moon Features. That sounds like a good one.
We need a movie that features Llama Cat in it too. Like it's just about Llama Cat. I don't know what we would do with it, but Llama Cat.
Mm-hmm. Hey, next time podcast, next episode, we should introduce Llama Cats.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the stuffed animal I get from Walmart, and I've got 15 of them.
Yeah.
And that's my now I'm going to be revealing it, but it is my secret like Instagram thing. I would just take that with me on road trips and just take a picture of it at random places.
I don't think I have a picture of it. I don't. I don't have a picture of Llama Cat.
Y'all need to do a supercut of this footage, just me smoking cigarettes and drinking Coke.
Well, yeah.
I do love me a Coca-Cola. Gonna have to go to the store and buy more Coca-Cola. Yeah. What does it say?
Share the magic with Hughes. So if Hughes, if you're watching, I owe you a Coke.
We're good for it. We got you.
Yeah, we got food stamps. We got plenty of Coke.
Should we tell them what we're gonna do with the Mountain Dew bottles?
Probably after the podcast. I want to make.
Okay, that one's gonna be a surprise.
Yeah,
we've got big plans, and that's all I'm saying. Oh, the memes. But on that note, I actually do think that'll be a good place to kind of stop it. Cause
okay.
Let's get ready to. This camera's getting ready to cut off.
I
had me internal memory.
Should we say goodbye?
Oh yeah. But it's been fun. It's been great.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, great first guest.
Oh yeah.
Well, thank you for having me. It means so much. I love my horror friends.
Right on. We love you too, man. And if there's anything you want to plug into this podcast, you're welcome.
I just say keep hardcore on the streets where it belongs. If you want to see what I'm doing, you just find me.
Hell yeah.
I'm like Mr. Rogers. I entertain for free. I do it for the kids. I don't do it for nobody else.
Hell yeah. But that'll be a pretty good 4th episode.
Uh-huh.
We should have this one done. Well, obviously, you're going to see when it's...
Yeah.
I'm an idiot.
Whenever you're watching it, it's done.
Yeah, just overlook me. But that'll be it. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys.